Rawkus Radio presents
Spill the beans.
Manage me, I'm a mess. Turn a page, I'm a book, have fun read.
Hi, I'm Elliot. We're here on Rawkus Radio, and I'm here with all of the boys from All Time Low. How's it going, team?
All Time Low sandwich.
First thing I want to ask you is, you're in New Zealand, and recently you did Lord's song. You did Greenlight. You've played that once live as well. Are you going to do that again tonight for your New Zealand show?
When does this air?
Not tonight.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually a really fun cover to play. So we've been trying to just play it live whenever we can because it's a good time. We actually really enjoy playing that one. So it'll be a good time. And hopefully people here will know it because, you know, she's a hometown lass.
And also, in terms of covers, you recently did a Green Day cover of Longview. Can you talk to me about the kind of process you went through of recording the song and what you wanted to do to kind of make your own little twist to
Started
it?
with a fight over what song to do. That lasted about 3 months, and after we decided on Longview, and I lost a couple toes and teeth, we went in and recorded it. It was really fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a special for a Spotify feature that they were doing on Green Day, and it was a documentary pretty much about the history of Green Day and how you know, they've made such a legacy and such an impact on a lot of bands. And so it was cool to be a part of it, you know, because we really we came up on Green Day. That was one of the first bands that got us into playing sort of pop rock music. So yeah, it was rad to be a part of, and we got to kind of put our own spin on the song and craft it to sort of fit the dynamics of our new record a little bit, which was a cool little experiment to do on the side.
So you guys have literally came over just from the MTV Awards. What goes into that?
Well, I'll tell you what goes into that. It was a lot of rain and hail. I was just talking before we started rolling that my jacket's ruined. So
Talking about this the other day, you know, we've all been going to either living and working in LA for 10 years, and it's never hailed once since we've ever been there, and it hailed the exact 30 minutes we were on stage, so that was kind of cool.
Just about the general sound of your new record, what kind of inspired you to, you know, take the kind of shift?
yeah, we wanted to try something new. You know, we've been doing this for a long time, and it kind of just felt like it was the right time to mess with some new sounds and try to come up with a new aesthetic for the band. I think it's important for us at this juncture to keep things feeling excited and to keep people guessing and not just make the same record over and over and over again. That being said, I think we took a lot of cues from some of the stuff that we listened to growing up. There's a lot of 80s sounds kind of sprinkled in there, but I think at its core it's still very much an all-time low record, but then we kind of just brought in these new elements that we hadn't really messed around with before. But at the end of the day, it was really all about trying new things, writing songs that we felt like we hadn't written before, and just pushing things forward.
You guys are doing a collab with Tegan and Sarah. How did that come about? How did you get in contact with them? And then how was the actual recording with them?
We wrote the song Ground Control as a duet, so we knew we wanted to have someone on it, and we kind of felt like it was geared towards a female part, and they were very high up on the list. We've been listening to them for years, and I'm a big fan. I think we all are. And it was just kind of one of those things where we were like, let's take a shot. We'd never really met them before, so but we felt like they'd bring a lot to that song, so we just kind of sent it over and shot them a line and said, you know, we'd love to work with you guys on that.
I think they said yes.
It was really cool because it turned out, you know, they'd been listening to our music for a while and they were fans of ours. So it's really rad when you get like a you know, kind of mutual respect happening like that, and then
Outside your world.
it was something we didn't necessarily expect. So, and they're super sweet girls and amazing.
Like for the song, their voices just kind of lend themselves to work on that song. And I think like the version that ended up making the record was probably one of the first ones we actually heard. Like there wasn't a lot of like, hey, can you try this instead? They just nailed it and got it right away, which is not easy to do.
Have you guys actually heard the No Effects song, which is about Tegan and Sarah?
I have not. That's awesome.
Yeah, the song is called Creeping Out Sarah, and it's like Fat Mike. It's good. I recommend you listen to it. It's like everything you'd expect from Fat Mike talking about Tegan and Sarah. There was this game show called Silent Library, which you were a part of years ago. Yeah, it was Can you talk to me just a little bit about it?
Of course, yeah. I
Really hungover.
it's just traumatizing memories of walking in there hungover and then being force-fed horrible things.
Yeah, it was like a 6 a.m. lobby call, I think, or like 6 a.m. call to the shoot. It's New York, so the bars don't close until like, 4 or 5 anyway. And then just the premise of the show itself is pretty gross and just messed up. So like that whole combination, I actually threw up, but not from the hangover, from eating.
I threw up from the hangover, but we were like, I don't know, we were forced to eat like nachos covered in wasabi and mustard. And it was awful.
What was the white? Because they made it look like nachos, but instead of like guac or whatever, it was wasabi. Instead of cheese, it was mustard. I don't remember.
Just like straight mayonnaise, which
Yeah, I think it was.
so disgusting.
Hell of a premise for a show. Thanks. Yeah, then there was a time where we were like we need to stop. Like it's like we're throwing up. The director's like, this is
Keep going, man. You guys are killing it.
Birthday actually, so our manager said we're gonna do this. I said I'm not going.
That was our birthday gift to Zach, letting him not do it. Do you want to? Oh, there. I'm sorry. I've been staring at that camera the whole time. That's not the camera we've been on. Oh, amazing. That's odd.